Now, you will learn to answer the question of how do I know that I have an inventory problem. We will use Amazon and Macy's as the illustrating examples. Here is the principle. If my revenue is half of yours but I hold as much inventory as you do, then I must have an inventory problem. Let's first do a KPI benchmarking on inventory dates, where we chose a few level 2 industry groups for the US and 2018 and examined their inventory statistics. We found that for US retailing, the median inventory dates is around 91 days. The 90th percentile, the worst performing companies, is about 285 days, which is about 5 times the 10th percentile, the best performing companies in this industry, which is 58 days. The 90th percentile of consumer durable and apparel is even more dramatic, with 372 days, more than 1 year of inventory, and the 10th percentile is only 59 days. Finally, the 90th percentile of food beverage tobacco is 235 days. So which means that products have sat in their warehouses for more than 200 days before moving out to their retailing firms. While the best performing companies in this industry, which is the 10th percentile, have only 38 days of inventory. This analysis clearly shows that the difference on inventory dates can be huge for companies even in the same industry. In what follows, we'll compare two companies in the retailing industry, Amazon versus Macy's, to see if they have an inventory problem. Just to put these companies into perspective, we compared Amazon and Macy's on their size. We found that Amazon is much bigger than Macy's in every dimension, from total revenue, gross profit, operating income, net income, and to profit before tax. We first ranked them up by inventory dates among all US S&P 500 retailing firms. We found that Amazon is the best, with the smallest inventory dates of 45 days, while Macy's ranks 19th with an inventory dates of more than 120 days. We now conduct an enterprise comparison between Amazon and Macy's on efficiency. We found that Amazon outperforms Macy's in every dimension, such as operating cost over total revenue ratio, cash conversion cycle, inventory days, and asset turnover, except receivable days over payable days ratio. Specifically, Macy's payable days is 10 times its receivable days, and Amazon's payable days is 4 times its receivable days. This means that Macy's suppliers may have to wait for much longer time to get paid than Amazon's suppliers. Now we want to conduct an enterprise trend analysis to compare Amazon and Macy's over multiple years. Selecting efficiency as the analysis module, we found that Amazon consistently outperforms Macy's on inventory dates, cash conversion cycle, and labor productivity. Amazon also consistently treats its suppliers better than Macy's. Perhaps the most comprehensive analysis of a company comes from the Kpi examination. Analogous to the physical examination of a person, the Kpi examination of a company provides its percentile rank relative to all companies in the same industry, the population, in 4 areas such as profitability, financial health, growth, and operational efficiency. Kpi examination also raises alerts if the company's KPI deviates too far from the population. For instance, Amazon's gross margin is 40%. It ranks 62% among all US S&P 500 retailing firms. For these firms, the median gross margin is 38%. The 75th percentile is 44%, and the 25th percentile is 32%. because Amazon's gross margin is between the 25th and the 75th percentiles, so its status is normal. Amazon's operating margin is only 5% and ranks 7% in the population, so its status is null. However, Amazon performs relatively well on net margin and return on asset, and so it is quite profitable. Regarding financial health, Amazon's cash ranks 59% in the population. Its current ratio is greater than 1 and ranks 24%, which indicates its ability to pay short-term debt. Its liability asset ratio is 73% and ranks 66% in the population, indicating a fine health. Amazon's most amazing KPIs come from growth. It ranks the highest on all growth indicators, from the growth of revenue to the growth of profits and cash. Finally, Amazon is also very efficient and ranks the best on inventory dates and cash conversion cycle. In comparison, we show the Kpi examination of Macy's in the same year. Despite a higher gross margin, its net margin, return on asset, and return on invested capital ranks lower than Amazon, indicating that Macy is less profitable than Amazon. Macy's financial health is fine, but its growth is almost stagnant, with little or no growth, and ranks almost in the bottom in terms of the growth. Finally, Macy is very inefficient, with a high inventory dates and non-cash conversion cycle. Clearly, Macy has an inventory problem, with an inventory dates of 126 days and a rank of 76% in the population.